I don't know who had this word sugar daddy or sugar mommy in their heads, but I must say that person had too much sweet in the brain. Anyways, let's talk about it. Hey, Natasha here. Welcome back to the wonderful podcast, C'est la vie. Please don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe on my beautiful podcast. I will be very grateful that you support this truth of mine and you help me to grow and you help me to share and you help me to like and to follow. Thank you very much. I will really appreciate when my experience, my knowledge, my understanding goes a little bit further than just my living room. Anyways, topic of today is sugar daddy and sugar mommy. Is it still a thing in the new years? How I see it nowadays? We have to clear it out what actually a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy is. So basically, a sugar daddy or sugar mommy is someone that improved or empowered their independence financially, mentally, spiritually, and they are people who use everyone to their best strengths. They have infectious personality, they have positive view, they have so many life experience, and they have also so many knowledge and wisdom that they gain during the years. And this kind of person is called sugar daddy because the person that the significant one wants to date is younger than himself. Meaning, for example, a sugar mommy is somebody that is 50 and is dating a 22 years old, for example. Or a sugar daddy is somebody that is 40 and is dating an 80 years old, somebody who just turned 18 or somebody who just turned 21. So because the age gap is there and because the decades are in between, people can say, it can be like you are dating your father, basically. So, or you are dating your own mom, or you get mommy issues, or you get daddy issues. That's what the negative people are saying. The positive people are saying, like, okay, it's like a business. I am dating an older guy who needs a little bit more of fun, who needs more of experience, who's maybe alone and needs somebody who is easy to deal with, because we have to say that older women are a little bit more hard to deal with. They have a little more experience, they saw a little bit much, and of course they have a little bit more to say. But a younger person, like a 21 years old, a 22 years old, she maybe never been in a yacht, or she maybe never been traveling the world that much, so she probably will be more excited to have that knowledge and to share that knowledge very much, and she will be trainable easier. Let's say it like this. She will be trainable easier, and she will be more excited and not really competitive. So they are easy to handle, they are easy to go along with, they are easy to train. Therefore, most of the sugar daddies are going this route. It depends on all the sugar daddies too, because the lifestyles of everybody is different, but most of them want this kind of young feeling again, and most sugar mommies also feeling young feeling again, feeling that needy situation. They are needed, they are needed. They can show their knowledge to somebody else, and maybe they get the little extra, which is sexual, also into it, which is more extravagant, more special, more more spicy and more vitalized if somebody is younger, because somebody is younger has maybe a bit more strength, and especially if it's coming to the woman, she of course a little somebody who's older maybe cannot do it often like somebody who's younger, for example. Also on ladies' part, she's maybe more flexible than the older woman, if you know what I mean. So this is the reason why sugar daddies or sugar mommy exists. It's like a transaction. You give me this, and therefore I shower you with money and experience and wisdom, and you are really you are willing to learn from me and to experience through me, and we have a beautiful exchange. Me, before I heard about this word, honestly, I always thought it's like a building a man or building a woman kind of thing that you get on Walmart. Yes, because I didn't really know the meaning, and I didn't really understand why sugar is actually on the beginning. Because if you tell a little child what is sugar daddy or sugar mommy, the little child would not understand what's the meaning. The child maybe will know what a mommy or a daddy is, but why does have sugar on top? It's like sweetening something. So automatically in my head, when I heard it the first time, I was like, oh, you are building a cake that looks like a daddy, or you are building a cake that is looking like a mommy. It was really in my 21 years old naive situation kind of stuff. I heard about it and I was like, okay, let's build it. And my girlfriend after that, she told me, now it's not something to eat, it's experience that makes it sweet, because the extra experience that you get is like a cherry on top. It's like the ice cream as a dessert, and a sugar mommy or a sugar daddy gives you that beautiful dessert in your life. So that's how she explained it to me, and I was like, that's nice to hear, but it's not really everybody who is willing to do so. So it's on the beginning, when in the younger age, everybody who did it were really not, people were looking at them very strange, because it was like, you are dating your own father, like I said earlier, you are dating your own mom, like I said earlier, do you have mommy issues, do you have daddy issues? And a lot of people had a lot to say against it before. Nowadays, I see that it has been normalized a little bit much. Of course, there are still people talking about it, positively or negatively, of course, but it's not really seen anymore as a taboo like it was earlier. The same thing is like same-sex marriage. Also, earlier in the earlier age, it was seen like, oh God. Nowadays, people are seeing it almost everywhere, and it's outspoken more. So there's a little bit, I would say, there's a little bit this kind of evolution to the modern society that we see now. So that's why I would say it's not a cake. It's something sweet that you receive, yeah, of course, but for that there is an exchange there, and both partners are talking about it. And it started very in the latest time. I think it was always like this. It's just that people now have a name for it, because meaning maybe not on the woman's side. The sugar mommy thing is quite new. I have the feeling, because not every man were really willing to date older women because of the age gap, and not also because they cannot, a lot of them have a hard time to reproduce, and also because of the shame if it's coming to their family members. I mean, if you are 21 and you come home with a 42 years old and say, that's my girlfriend, a lot of people may gonna see it a little bit trashy and a little bit different than you yourself have in mind. So maybe before, in the older generation, it wasn't that openly and not that speaking of. But nowadays in the modern society, you see it very, very often on with celebrities that are dating younger men, and especially like the latest one that got divorced. She was 35 and he was 21, I think. So they met when he was very, very young, like 19 or 18, and she was, I don't know, I think she was 30 or something. So it was also a thing where it would be a taboo in the olden days. A lot of mother would probably, if I were a mom in the 20s or something and I hear about this about my son, I probably would kill him myself because I want you to have a wife that can give you children. That is automatic what is coming in my mind. I would not want my son to have a woman who's already past that time, and when she gives children, the percentage of her having a child that reproduce a legacy for you, it's reduced to a certain amount. So I don't want to take that risk as a mother, basically. So I will kill you myself if you do it. So basically, but nowadays things are different. Medical development is also different. So the chances are a little bit different now. So you can see differently. But this is another topic for another day. If it's coming to sugar daddies, I mean, if you see the revelation, men have always had younger women. Most men, they have either the woman is the same age as them or she's younger. So it's rare to see actually that a man has an older lady. Mostly, I wouldn't say 100%, but let me say like 70-75% of marriages that you see, a lot of men, either the woman is the same age as them or younger. You see more of this caliber type of thing. So the sugar daddy thing became more popular, I think, when it came more into public eye, like when celebrities start dating younger women and they present them on TV, and that's when they started to make it like fashionable and put the name sugar daddy into it. So that's why I believe that this is when it starts to be like fashionized and publicized and all this thing. But I believe that it was in the olden age already there, because sugar daddy, basically he has to be older than you in a certain extent that he can be a sugar daddy. So if you are married with somebody who's 10 years older than you, for instance, he's already basically, you can say, a sugar daddy because he's a decade older than you. So this is something that actually normal in some marriages, in some situations, but it's just more and more openly and more publicized through the name. And that's why you can hear it more often, that word. How old is he? He's 18 years older than you. You married your sugar daddy then. So that's how they see the word. And it's common. I won't say it's something bad, but it's common in our society that men mostly date younger women than women date younger men. So therefore you hear it often. And because of this generation, like I said, publicizing it on TV, like with James Bond dating a younger woman, or all these action movies with beautiful young ladies and all these things, and the man like Sean, I don't know if what's his name was, Sean, one of the James Bond actors, Sean, not Sean Connery, Sean, I don't know. If you know it, leave a message, DM me on my WhatsApp, not WhatsApp. If you know it, leave a DM on my Instagram, leave a DM on my TikTok, leave a DM or a review on my Apple Podcast. I really would like to know which actor it is. But anyway, I think its name starts with Sean. He was very, very aged looking. I think he died already. He was very, very aged looking. And just let's go further. George Clooney. even the younger 18, 21 years old at that time, she's a huge George Clooney fan. She doesn't matter the age. So men age differently than women, and most of men, they look like a silver spoon if they get older, with that maturity, with that wisdom. And a lot of women like such kind of men because they are grown mentally, physically, spiritually. They are not boys anymore, they are men. Therefore, they go more to this route of sugar daddy than men going on the route with sugar mommy. She has to be to the extent hot or popular or very, very important for him, either financially, physically, emotionally. She has to have something so attracted that he go for it. But most men will not go for a woman. She really have to have something. And that's the difference right there. Sugar daddies, they don't really have to represent themselves so much. If they have money and they look a certain way, a lot of women, especially if they have money, a lot of women would jump and fall for them. Even if you're fat, because I met a lot of sugar daddy and sugar girls combinations where the man was looking like a pig. I'm sorry, but the lady, she was slim and powerful looking with a hammer's back on the hand. She didn't really care. She was holding him when he said hold me. She was giving him his cigar when she said she would give me his cigar. She was cutting his food when he asked for. She was really obedient, but with a hammer's back. So that's when I realized, woman, even if you're older and you want to represent yourself as a sugar mommy, you still need to do the work. You still need to do the work to get the man. So, and ladies, they don't really have to do the work. They just have to be young and pretty, and they have the chance more. So the main reason why I ask this question is because of the so-called feminism movement. Let me explain before you already jump on my head. Please let me explain. Women nowadays have more opportunities. They have more options. They can't decide not to have children. They can't decide to move where they want, to do what they want, to eat what they want, to dance what they want, to wear what they want, and to impress their friend how they want. It wasn't like this before. Therefore, that's why also I believe this narrative of sugar mommy jumped in this society, and it's really, really rising up really, really much, because women have finally the option to do what they want to do. Therefore, this I am independent kind of attitude, it's not just on the elder generation of the ladies, it's also now coming more and more to the younger generation. I don't need a man attitude. I don't need you to survive. I can do it on my own. I don't need a man, so why should I take you? I am the prize. I am the queen. And I was like, if you are the prize, you are the queen, do sugar daddy or sugar mommy things still exist? Because of this narrative of I am boasting myself, I don't need you. Even a sick 18 years old, she's working as a bartender. She still say, I don't need a man to survive, to sustain myself. And I'm asking, are you 18? What do you know? So I'm like, okay, if you think this way, if you speak it out, one day it would happen. So you are blocking your destiny, your luck automatically while speaking it to the universe. And if your husband or your boyfriend or whatever you want to start a relationship with was a rich man, was a man of integrity, was a man that will support you to get your goals, but at the same time he will nourish you he will nourish you and flourish you, and he was a little bit older, of course, and you blocking it. He will maybe passing by and you blocking it by your I can do it on my own attitude and automatically blocking your destiny. Do you really think that same man that saw it will come back again and talk to you? No, he will go. So you automatically blocking your beautiful destiny. So that's why I was sitting one day like this and I was thinking, in the olden days, we all wanted freedom, liberation, do whatever we want, X whatever we want, go whatever, where we want, wear whatever we want. Now we have it. Does this experience or this knowledge or this feminism kind of thing, does it really benefit us nowadays? Because I think that my femininity benefits me more when I'm humble, when I use my beauty, use my way to talk, use my knowledge, and use my calmness and everything. I have the feeling I get more from it than when I'm loud kind of talking all the time kind of attitude use. And I don't think that a sugar daddy will love that. So I don't know if it's still really worth it to say that it still exists, this kind of generation, because the more we act like it, the more we block our future. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you decide to do it on your own, have your own business, do it yourself, and maybe one day be a sugar mommy, go for it. I don't mind. But I mean, from the perspective of having a leader in the house, submitting to the leader, a sugar daddy normally is temporary for most women. So because it's a financial contract, I give you this, you give me this, basically. But some sugar daddies is also in a private life, like you met somebody who's older than you, but you're still in love with him and he check all the boxes. That's your sugar daddy, basically, but in a personal life. So that's how I talk. That's the reason why I talk the way I talk, because it happens in a personal life that you met somebody who's way older than you, and it happens, you go on a website, sugardaddy.com or whatever kind of website there is there, you just go there and find your match where you can start living your life with them, and maybe one day you develop, if he's single, because some of them who are on websites like this, most of them are married, they just need a side piece. So if he's single, maybe you can be the number one. If he's not single, you remain the side piece until he find another side piece. But this is also a topic for another day. Being a side chick is not always fun. It has ups and downs. But I'm coming to this one also another time, because I talk to a lot of people who are this, and I definitely want to know their opinion about it, and I'm maybe gonna interview one of them. Our generation is spoiling their own luck. That's what I'm thinking. Our generation, a lot of them, the next generation that is coming after me, even a lot of them, they are spoiling their old destiny by talking like this. I mean, it's not wrong to be successful. It's not wrong to be independent. This is not the point. You can be successful, you can be independent, but you still can have a nice sugar daddy on the side, which is on a personal view. You met somebody who's maybe 15 years older than you, and he's giving you the work, but at the same time you can do what you want. The only thing is just that don't bring this attitude, this negativity, this bossy behavior in your personal relationship with your sugar daddy, then, because you will block your destiny. Just let's say, even if it's business wise, this man can bring you into places where you will never be. This man can make you have connections where you will never expect to have. So why blocking it with your bossy attitude? Why blocking it with I don't need you kind of behavior? He's the one that brings you there. So if you use your femininity and don't be feminist, humble yourself, you can reach even the top without doing much. You can even be a millionaire without doing much, and you can raise the line and the bottom for yourself privately without doing much. Therefore, I personally believe it's still possible to do it. But nowadays, I don't think it's saying more negative than positive in the eyes of many women. And in this, unfortunately, it's not everybody profitable anymore with it. And unfortunately, it's blocking a lot of women are blocking their destiny with having negative experience, or not even having experience at all, because they cannot behave themselves, they cannot be humble again anymore, they cannot be feminine anymore, and they are blocking a lot of opportunities that can come with a sugar daddy, or a sugar daddy with it. And if it's coming to the sugar mommy perspective, me personally, and this is just my experience and my knowledge and what I hear, most of these men who are doing it, most of them are really, really doing it just for the experience in the sexual area, because a lot of them learn from these ladies this way, and a lot of them don't really have that much experience, because if you're 21, you really don't have much experience with women. So if you go with an elder lady, you learn more than with a younger lady. That's why a lot of them go there. But as soon as all these men reach a certain age, and I saw it so many times, you can also see Demi Moore, basically, simple experience. Demi Moore, Ashton Kutcher, simple example. As soon as they reach a certain age and they want to have a certain thing, like children, family, and everything, and you cannot give them, what do? They look for a younger or woman in their age. And that's what happened to Demi Moore. He get his experience, he know what he do, he know how to do it, the way he do it, he get maybe his connections through her, and then bye. But if it's coming to the man perspective, most of the time, if the lady is good, she stays. And she stays and remain the number one. Either the number one side chick or the number one wife. So men are rarely leaving you if they see the goodness in you, and if they see what they want profiting them in you. All right, I think I could explain my opinion about this very well. I really hope that it can help the one or the other woman who wants to boost their knowledge, their network, and everything, and they want to go that route. I hope that my experience and my opinion can help them to get there, and maybe to help them to go for it. If another woman don't want to do it, please don't feel offended or something. It's just a public opinion. Modern women, they have already a lot of freedom. So, hey, it's just an opinion. Don't shoot the messenger, please. Therefore, thank you so much, guys, for listening. Please, please, please don't forget to share my beautiful podcast, and to give a review on my Apple podcast, to follow me on Spotify and on other social medias that you can see on the bottom of my beautiful podcast. I thank you so much for listening, and see you next week with another topic, which is fire, of course, like this one. And thank you very much. Natasha say bye-bye. Thank you. Mwah.